compassionate logic.
New ideas and efficient tools for a happier, more connected life.
One of the biggest doozies of a coping mechanism that I think all of us indulge in, and sometimes it does really feel like indulging, is procrastination. It is endemic. I don't know anybody, including myself, that doesn't procrastinate from time to time.
I've never done that.
And procrastination is usually not because you don't know what to do, it's because your mind has it as too much work.
Or you just don't want to, because it might be uncomfortable.
Might be uncomfortable, or it'll be hard, or unpleasant some way. But when you already know the course of action that you're probably going to take, and you're not really reflecting on it, generally all that does in my life is create stress. It's this thing that I know needs to be done if I want to move forward in my life. If I know what that is and I'm not doing it, and I'm playing a video game or reading a book or getting on the phone with somebody or whatever it is I use to avoid it, to procrastinate, to not do it, all I'm doing is adding to my stress load in a way that I don't have to. It's in some ways the hardest one, in some ways the easiest to deal with, because all you need to do to fix procrastination is just set some time and do the thing. Sooner better than later. I don't want to do that pile of paperwork on my desk, so tomorrow morning I'm just going to go in and do that pile of paperwork on my desk. And you probably have found, after you've procrastinated, when you actually do the thing, oh man, that wasn't actually that bad, is commonly what people say. And it feels so good to have that finally done with. That broken part of the fence that I've been looking at for a year, I just went out and got my screw gun and I fixed it. And now when I look out that window, oh yeah, that's fixed. And then that thing that's been bothering me in the back of my brain for a year is just gone. Procrastination also, knowing that it is on your to-do list but not actually getting to it, I found it takes up, I call it CPU cycles. So part of my brain is keeping track of that thing that I'm not doing, and it impedes my ability to do other things, not just because of the stress, but because part of my brain is going, oh yeah, that thing, oh yeah, that, oh yeah, that.
It is using up energy, and if you have enough of those, they can use up a lot of energy.
It can also be a signal when I really want to procrastinate. Usually that's when I take a deep breath and go, okay, what is it that's really going on? And it's very rarely the thing. It's very rarely that phone call or that email, that stack of paperwork or that thing that needs to be done in the yard before it snows or whatever it is. It's almost always something else that I'm suppressing or avoiding, some other thing I'm not dealing with, or I don't know how to deal with, or that's troubling me, that's causing procrastination. And so it's even a coping mechanism that not only works to try and avoid stress, but it also is a signal about something else that's stressful to me. All these things start to thread together. First I need to be strong, but then I'm stressed out because I'm being strong and nobody's helping me, so I'm going to go into pity every once in a while. I'm going to break down, well, I'm always holding everybody up in this family, or I'm the only one who does any work around here, and then you throw into that, then you can get angry, and then you can relieve some stress that way. And then we kind of swirl around and weave from one drama that we think is serving us and helping us deal with our stress, and we just bounce from one to the next, but we're not feeling any better. We're just juggling. It's like I have this big pile of garbage, and now I'm going to let you hold it for a little bit until you can't hold it anymore. But that you is just another part of me, another role that I play. I'm just kind of passing the garbage around and not dealing with it.
And the culmination of that is progressively we feel worse. I spent 35 years in the fitness business believing that I was not only doing well for my own stress by working out, eating right, taking my body places I wanted it to go, but I was also believing that I was relieving stress. The more I worked out, the better I ate, the more in shape my body was, the less stress I would have. And it seemed to be working because there was a reduction in how much I experienced, but there was still stress available. And the same triggers would keep triggering the same response. I would come to realize later on, much later on, that my whole career in fitness and then believing I was helping people by relieving their stress was medicating their stress, not relieving it. It's helping to make you tired enough, exhausted enough, fit enough, but I wasn't actually stopping the same reaction from occurring to the same stimulus over and over and over again. It was just at a lower level, a lot like taking drugs or alcohol, so that whatever the stimulus is, you're not reacting quite so violently or to the same depth of depression.
But the difficulty with any sort of medication is it only lasts as long as whatever medication you're taking lasts. So the endorphins from working out, once those wear off,
A few hours.
or maybe it's fine as long as you're drinking, but unless you want to drink all day, and some people choose that option of they don't know how to deal with their stress, so they just stay always slightly medicated on something. I mean, if you're suicidal or you're on the edge and a schizophrenic breakdown or something, and you need something to help get you back from the edge, there can be a place. And I'm not saying there's something wrong with working out. I think working out specifically can be very helpful in some of the things it teaches you, the willpower to do things that are challenging,
Push your limits.
just the feeling of self-confidence you have from being healthier and more fit. Those things can be helpful, but the working out itself doesn't necessarily impart that. I know people who have worked out a lot and they're doing it not for those things, but they're doing it for external gratification of that can be another medication as long as you're telling me I'm okay. So I might look for someone to tell me you're okay or tell me how great I am and build me up. Then I walk away from that person and it turns out that was just another medication. Is when someone stops telling me how great I am, then I'm not getting medicated and then I'm not okay again.
Thank you for watching our video.
If you like the video, please subscribe.
Please like.
Please leave a comment below. Thank you so much.